This is Bishop Dr. Truman Burst. Master Herbalist, coming to you from Good Shepherd Ministries.
Welcome to another edition of Discoveries in Health. This is a discussion all about natural remedies. We don't prescribe, we don't diagnose. We may suggest certain products that we know that work as natural remedies. We may suggest certain natural therapies that are going to comfort people and help people to be educated about natural remedies. The oldest medicine on the planet is natural remedies. The new guy on the block is a chemical allopathic medical system driven by the pharmaceutical industry, which is extraordinarily wealthy as they depopulate the planet with a lot of chemical drugs that the body does not recognize, and over time these chemical drugs have proven that they're harming a lot of people. And our government knows this, but they're in cahoots with the pharmaceutical industry in a depopulation scheme that people are becoming aware of. They're beginning to understand that this is just big business, and it's killing them, and they know it. So that's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a government, and that has a problem that it needs to solve, and people need to help the government solve that problem by complaining to their officials. Get involved. It gets down to voting. It gets down to making choices. Do you run to the doctor and get a poison drug, or do you find out if there's a natural remedy that could help? That's what we need to talk about here, is the fact that our government doesn't want you to know this information. They have an agency to obstruct you from receiving natural remedies, and they make it difficult for anybody to find out what natural remedy could help them. And it's an obstruction of your civil rights, of your human rights. And we talk about things like that here, as well as particular and specific natural remedies. Had a very interesting call the other day by a dear fellow by the name of Tyrone Porter. He called me up about a month ago. He had one kidney that was bleeding, and he was passing blood. And that's because he's already had one kidney removed. And that one kidney had a cancerous tumor. And it took about 10 days for us to get together. And he was on this specific regimen of herbs. We worked on the kidneys, we worked on the blood, we worked with anti-cancer herbs that had been historically and traditionally used. We worked on his diet and nutrition. And in about 21 days, he calls me up and he says, I just got back from my doctor. And I was saying, oh, what's going on? He says, well, number one, after about 4 or 5 days of using these herbs, the bleeding stopped. And he said, now I've just got back from the doctor, and it's been about 3 weeks I've been on this. They can't find the cancer anymore. It's gone. So I want to thank you, he says, and he's very, very kind, wonderful man, and he was extraordinarily happy. And since then, I've had a lot of people calling me about cancers lately. And, we've done a broadcast and detailed information about cancer a number of times. And you'll find that report over there on herbalhealthreview.com under Discoveries in Health. When you go over on the Discoveries in Health tab on herbalhealthreview.com, you'll see all the ways to join this broadcast by telephone, by computer, and even over Google Hangouts. There's a green button there. You press that, you're in Google Hangouts. And I'm simultaneously in Google Hangouts and in Uber Conference and have it all in a screen capture. And I'm making a video. So that video and 146 other videos are all under that tab, herbalhealthreview.com. Discoveries in Health tab at the bottom of the page. 146 videos, and a few of them are where we are describing cancer and what we do about it. So if you want to know more about HIV and all cancers, that's a good place to start. Is that video where I'm describing the products in that breast and all cancer report. You see, there's a report over here on that same website, herbalhealthreview.com, under common conditions. And when you go down into that report, it comes just A, B, C, D. We're going into B, and there it is, breast and all cancer. Breast and all cancers. And I click on that report, and it brings up a lot of other reports. And everything that's in blue is a link. So the first thing that's in blue is make lifestyle changes. That's a whole nother complete report all about diet, the perfect diet. And below that, it talks about colloidal silver water, the state-of-the-art natural and safe antibiotic, topically or internally, colloidal silver water. But don't just buy the water. get the little box that makes the water and make your own water. My colloidal silver water with that little box that I invented about 30 years ago, that little box never wears out, and it makes colloidal silver water. Every 10 minutes, it'll make 1 quart. Every 40 minutes, it'll make a gallon of colloidal silver water. Each quart, if you go to the health food store, or you go to herbal health, if you go to betterhealthherbs.com, that manufactures all the remedies that I've invented, that I get nothing for the sale of any product. I don't do that, and I haven't for many years. So the only way that I keep this ministry going and helping people is with a donation. And there's a donation button on all these reports. And but we're talking about colloidal silver water, and that colloidal silver water, this little box will make it, and it'll make it for about 10 cents a quart. 10 cents is what I pay, because I get this ionized water from a water vending machine. They have them on the West Coast outside of stores, these water vending machines that have reverse osmosis water, which is pure water. It takes everything out of it. And so that's perfect to make colloidal silver water with, and it's 40 cents a gallon. That's 10 cents a quart. So for 10 cents a quart, I can make a quart of colloidal silver water for 10 cents that sells in a health food store for $60. And I can do it every 10 minutes, and so can you. All you need is that little box. Now, those little colloidal silver water boxes, they are like about $200 or $300. But this little box is only $90, $89.95, and it's guaranteed for life. It never wears out. That it comes in, and it's portable. You take it anywhere in the world with you. It's about the size of a deck of cards. I've taken it to Egypt. I've taken it to the UK. I've taken it with me whenever I travel. And because it will sterilize the water, in 5 minutes, it'll sterilize a quart of water. And in 10 minutes, it'll make medicine water out of it. And if it's distilled water, it'll make really good colloidal silver water out of it. If it's just regular purified water, then it's not going to make the best quality colloidal silver water, but it'll work. It'll work. All you need is 10 parts per million. So when they're saying, oh, mine is 50 or 200 or 500, you don't need that much. All you need is 10 parts per million. That's where all the tests were done, and they're conclusive. Colloidal silver water will treat 650 different diseases and eradicate them. The submicroscopic particles of silver attach themselves to a virus, a fungus, a bacteria, and they disable the oxygen from that cell, and it dies. It never builds up a resistance. So it's not like an antibiotic where you build up a resistance and then pretty soon, let's see who's calling us here. Let's see who's calling us here. Hold on here. Yes, hello, it's Truman. Hi, Stephanie. We are live worldwide right now. Could you join us on the broadcast? All you have to do is dial 503-606-6064. Every Thursday from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then if you If you miss a broadcast, you go to herbalhealthreview.com, click on Discoveries in Health tab. It shows you how to join over your telephone, over your computer, over Google Hangouts. And then below that, it has all of these broadcasts in a live video that you can go to there's 146 of these videos with screen capture. Okay, and you can watch last week's video. Wonderful. Okay, okay. All right, I got to get back to the broadcast, okay? Okay, bless you. Bye for now. All right, okay. She can't join us today, but she's going to join us another time. And she said that was a good idea. You know, talking about the video, so that you can, if you happen to miss a broadcast, she says that's how she's going to introduce her parents to what we're doing here. You know, how we're helping people and so forth. So we were talking about colloidal silver water because it's so valuable. Topically, you can spray it on to a burn, and it'll get rid of a burn. Internally, you take it, it'll get rid of any virus, fungus, bacteria in your mouth and in your digestive tract. You know, it's not going to get some of these viruses that are hiding deep in the tissues. It's not going to get them because they found a way to hide out in the body and then wait for your immune system to be under attack. Then they come out. That's when they're ready to roll. You know, it's as soon as they see that you are not well, you're fighting something off. That's when the viruses attack and make everything worse. But there's lots of other things we can do with these viruses. And that's another story. But colloidal silver water is a good start. Then making sure that you have a great digestive tract by making sure that you're taking your HCl, hydrochloric acid, tablets, and you're going to find that that I finally got a number. I got a stock number on that finally. Yeah, it's number 2132. 2132. That's the stock number on that, because it was a while before they had it up on the internet and so forth. But anyway, the hydrochloric acid, see, that helps your digestion, so to where you're actually getting the calcium and magnesium that you're trying to get that calcium through the tissues, but it's stuck in the tissues. It's not getting to the hair, and so the hair is not growing. So now you can get hydrochloric acid tablets, and you just take one 3 times a day with each meal. And now you're getting that calcium and magnesium, but colloidal silver water, you definitely want one of those little machines, because it'll get rid of a cold, a flu, a virus right away, and you can spray it on topically. You can take it internally. It's something that's very special and inexpensive when you have one of these little boxes, where you can make all the colloidal silver water you want, and you give it away to your friends. I've always got a gallon of it going underneath my cupboard there. I keep it out of the light. Really easy to make. I just bend those rods down into a gallon of RO water, reverse osmosis. Has nothing in the water, and just a little bit of Himalayan pink salt, just a little bit. That ionizes the water. Okay, now that submicroscopic particles of silver start coming off in waves of submicroscopic particles. Looks like a cloud, and pretty soon that in 40 minutes you've got a very cloudy gallon of colloidal silver water, and every 40 minutes. and you can spray your roses. You can clean your countertops. It's going to get rid of viruses, funguses, bacteria, and you can. I even use it as a deodorant. Yeah, you put it underneath your arms after a shower, and it gets rid of funguses, viruses, and bacteria. So there's just so many uses for it. If you have cosmetics, if you have a cream or something, spray a little colloidal silver water with that and add that to your cosmetics. It's fantastic. Colloidal silver water has a lot of uses, and I know that during the summer I will get too much sun. I always do. And then when I know that I've burned myself, then I spray the colloidal silver water on, and it turns into a tan. And it takes a burn away. That's why it's in every burn ward in the world. That's right, colloidal silver water is cool. You need to know about it. Everybody should have a little colloidal silver water generator to make the colloidal silver water. And so that's so there's all when you get into when you're talking about breast and all cancer, you're talking about the diet. You're talking about knowing about colloidal silver water. Then the next thing that's there is an HIV cancer video that I went in and I introduced some basic principles of how we're working with cancer and HIV. and there's a video there. So you click on that, and you're looking at about a 17-minute video. But here's one of the key things with your diet, period. And in that Make Lifestyle Changes report, you're going to see the acid alkaline food chart. So important, because when you drive the body alkaline, cancers and diseases don't like that. They go away. They just go away because they don't like an alkaline diet. So you avoid the acid forming foods and you concentrate on the alkaline forming foods, and your body is more healthy. And then the other thing that's listed here at the top, and all these are separate reports. And the other thing is oral infections cause cancer and deplete, and they cause neurological and autoimmune diseases. So all of these things are, if you've got oral infections, tooth decay, and you're trying to get healthy, well, you're going to have to click on that teeth report and get a healthy mouth. Because until your mouth is healthy, things aren't going to work right. And it looks like I've got out of there, and I'm going to go right back where I was. There we go. So that sets the stage, because to defeat horrible health disorders like HIV, like cancers and tumors, you need to set the stage. It's kind of like when you go into a kitchen and you're going to cook. You're going to make some food. Well, you clean it up and you make sure the kitchen is all nice and in order. And then you go ahead and you prepare your food. In a nice clean kitchen, you mess it all up, then you clean it back all up again, and you exit, and leaving a clean kitchen after you've prepared your food. Well, it's the same thing here. We need to set the stage. We need to make lifestyle changes. We need to know about colloidal silver water to increase our immune system. And in that Make Lifestyle Changes diet, it really sets the stage with the immune system. Let's just click on that and take a look at it. When you click on the Make Lifestyle Changes diet, the first thing you see is how to increase your immune system and what to do step by step by step. And it starts out telling you that you need to drink half your weight in ounces daily of pure water and minerals, and and then take B12 and folic acid. And then later it explains exactly why, but it gives you what you need to do. And everything in blue is a link. So, and all the products are in blue. That means they're linked. That means if you click on where it says you should be taking B12 and folic acid drops, and you click on B12 and folic acid drops, then you are looking at you're looking at B12 and folic acid drops, and you're looking at how much it costs. You're looking, and you could put it into a shopping cart. You could put how many you want, and if there was different kinds, you'd be able to choose the different kind you wanted. And then it goes on and it describes it, the supplement facts that you're going to use. It says one dropper bulb, about a half a dropper full, is 0.84 grams. Okay, almost a gram. And and then it goes on to tell you what's in it. B6 from pyridoxine, HCl, and B12, methylcobalamin, that's natural B12, and it also has folinate from calcium folinate, about 400 micrograms of that, and the B12 is going to give you about 2,000 micrograms. The B6, 4 milligrams, and that's all in approximately half a dropper full, and that's how you take that. And so, and then it gives you the instructions. Take one serving, one dropper bulb squeeze by mouth in the morning. You shake it up good. Anytime it's a liquid, you always shake it, and make sure the cap's on. I've done that a few times. That cap was not on there, and I shook it up and down. Yep, you don't do that I haven't done that lately, but I've done that. Now, keep out of the reach of children, and it gives a disclaimer that the information is presented herein by Health and Herbs is intended for educational purposes only. The statements have not been evaluated by the FDA and are not intended to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent disease, because that's not allowed in America, land of the free, home of the brave. Individual results may vary, and before using any supplements, it's always advisable to consult with your own health care provider. So there's a disclaimer, keep out of the reach of children. That's the precautions and warnings, tells you how to take it. I mean, it's complete. It just doesn't tell you what it's good for. They can't do that. That's not done here in America. That is the obstruction of your right to know. You have no right to know, as far as the FDA is concerned, that you are supposed to take drugs and drug yourself to death and stay away from natural remedies because they're dangerous, according to the FDA. And it's all the chemical drugs that they're being sued about left and right every day. You go up on TV, you go on, listen to the radio. They say, go to this attorney if you use that drug. Go to that attorney if you use the other drug. And go to some other attorney because there's going to be another drug. And yet the FDA is warning you that you can't have any information about natural remedies. How evil does it get, folks? That's evil. So anyway, that's how it works. You see, so now we go back over there, and we're looking at that tab. We're going back over here. There's that B12 and folic acid again, twice. And then we go back again up and go up. I know what I need to do here. I need to go on this tab and then go that way, and I should be back on the page. There it is. Now I'm back on Make Lifestyle Changes, Diet. You see, because we set the stage. It's a lot of work. You really got to, but then you have So you're looking at the Make Lifestyle Changes diet, and you're seeing all these products, and now you know that if you click on them, you can see them, and you can put them in a shopping cart if you want them. And and because you listen to this broadcast, if you type in, when it asks you for a coupon, put in Health 01. That's health, HEALTH, Health 01, and then you get a 15% discount. And remember, I do not get anything from the sale of any product. The only way you can help Truman and Truman's ministry, which is Good Shepherd Ministries, that's the name of my ministry now for 15 years. Is that right? Oh my goodness, 17 years. But the only way you can help Truman is right over there where it says make a donation. Right over there. That's if you can make a donation of any size, that's the only thing that I'm getting to make this ministry go. And I really need your support, and I need your donations, because we got to pay the rent, we got to pay the phone bills, we got to pay the internet bills. And I've been doing it on my Social Security and helping a lot of people, thousands and thousands of people who have not sown into this ministry, yet they've availed all of the information and that, but really, if I'm helping you, you should help this ministry. You really should. $5 donation if you don't have much, and if you're like me, you live in hand to mouth and you're worried about paying the rent next month, well, then don't give me much, $5. But if you can afford to give me 50 or 100 or more, wow, what I could do with that to help people, and I do, then I can help more people who don't have any ability to give me a donation, and I will spend hours helping those people. And so far I've done that, and at the end of the month, then I can't pay my bills. So that didn't work very good. So what I've done is I ask, if you want me to create a health and a wellness plan for you, I will do that. I will talk to you, then I will make suggestions of natural remedies that you could use that may comfort you, and I'll pray with you if you allow me to. And if you don't want me to, I won't. You don't have to pray with me, but I love to pray with people, because that's where I get all the knowledge, is from the Most High, and I love to share my love for the Most High as well as my love for natural remedies with everyone. That anyone who wants to listen, anyone who doesn't want to listen, that's their choice. And a lot of people are going through. We all go through various stages in our life when we're understanding and learning and discerning, what is real and what is false, and so forth, and we grow at our own speed, and so you can't judge anybody, because maybe you were already there one time and you weren't up to speed either. Maybe you didn't know what you know now. Years ago, you didn't know a lot of things, but now you know a lot of things. You had a lot of experiences, and you're wiser for it. Maybe a few scars, but wiser for it. And that's what we all do. We learn, and we become better, because we learn to make better choices. And the best choice I ever made was a relationship with the Most High. I have this wonderful relationship with the Most High, and I'm praising and worshiping the Most High all day long, and I get to pray with other people. When I call them up, and if they are into it, I will pray with them, and if they're not, I will just help them and then call the next person and the next person and the next person, and I'll do that for 12 or 14 hours every day, 7 days a week. That's what I do.
Am I next?
Are you there?
Am I next?
Are you next? You're next.
Okay.
How you doing, brother?
All pretty good. We got a thunderstorm going on here, so who knows? My phones might go out, but we'll play it as we go.
Oh, all right. Well, we're in the hands of the Most High. We might just stay connected all through the whole broadcast in that case.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
So, folks, this is Doc Miles, who has a wonderful clinic in Georgetown, Texas, and Doc Miles, well, he just has all these great things that he can do, that are so helpful and so comforting, and he's so knowledgeable with natural remedies, and he's a naturopathic doctor. He has magnetic therapy. He analyzes blood work. He'll send you to to a laboratory in your town. He helps people all over the world right there from Georgetown, Texas. And if you need to get to the bottom of a serious health disorder, I think you should give Doc Miles a call. His telephone number is 512-868-9867. That's Doc Miles, who is a naturopathic doctor who can answer your questions and really give you some answers. That's 512-868-9867. So Doc, I was just explaining that a nice man, a gentleman in Mississippi, who called me up about a month ago, and his name is Tyrone Porter, and he had one kidney, and it was bleeding, and it had a cancerous tumor growing on it, and they were going to take that tumor off, probably lose the kidney, and then he'd be on dialysis the rest of his life. And he said, "What do I do?" And I put him on my kidney program, my cancer program, and my liver program, and Make Lifestyle Changes program. I combined the four of them, and in 5 days the bleeding stopped. He had no more bleeding. Within 3 weeks, I got a call from him the day before yesterday, and he says, "Truman," he said, "just got back from my doctor." I said, well, what did he say? And he says, well, he said, he can't find the cancer anymore. He said, it's gone. It's no. He said he doesn't know what happened, but there's no more cancer there. None. It's gone.
Thank the Lord.
All praises to the Most High. So he was a very, very happy man. And since then, he's told a bunch of other people about it. And my phone has been ringing off the hook because we got people that don't have diabetes anymore. We got people who don't have cancers anymore because the Most High, and that was another thing. We prayed together, and it was wonderful. And we claimed the healing, and the Lord heard us, and he doesn't have a cancer anymore, no bleeding, and he and his wife are so happy. They've called me like 2 or 3 times now, just to let me know that how happy they are. So anyway, so that's how we got into it. Now I've got other people that I guess he was in the hospital with there that have called me, and one of them is HIV, and when there's HIV, Isn't that where you want to do some blood work? Is that where you start? Where do you start, Doc?
Well, I just look at the general blood work that I normally do because HIV, all it is a virus. And I hit them with the ultraviolex and the ADP and several other things to kill the virus, and then also the blood root
Oh
product,
yeah,
the one that's got Chick-fil-A, Gangula, and something else in there, and blood root.
yeah.
And it's a tablet you take, and man, it knocks viruses out. Herpes simplex, genital herpes, every kind of herpes there is because it's all virus.
Yeah.
And a combination of several things, and I helped the patient totally, get rid of her HIV. And she'd been to doctors for 5-6 years, and she was down to nothing. Her weight was just gone, and she just was listless. And her boyfriend, which later became her husband, brought her into me and said, we got to fix her. And I said, well, this is what we're going to do. We'll start with blood work and get the body balanced so the body has a chance to heal. Once you balance the body, then the body doesn't have to concentrate on the highs and lows. It concentrates on the viruses or whatever is going on in the body, the cancer or whatever. But once you get it balanced, that's when it can heal. It's just like you go to the tire store and you buy 4 brand new tires. And you tell them, I don't want to spend the money to balance them. Well, you'll be back in there in 30 minutes. I'm all over the road and I'm going to tear up my tires and ruin the front end, balance them. So then you can go down the road without a problem. And so that's with anything. Your body can operate great when everything is balanced. We have to balance the body. And that's what I help people do, is do body balancing through nutrition. And then we address the bad issues, where it's HIV, cancer, whatever. And it makes a big, big, big difference because the body's already in a healing mode, and we enhance it to help get rid of the awful stuff that they happen to have. And, our protocols for the big C word, which we're not supposed to discuss, I mean, that stuff really works because you've got to heal the liver. You've got to keep your pH up between 6.5 and 7.5. With the urine, the pH in the urine,
Sure.
it's got to be between 6.5, 7, or 7.5. That's the numbers that we need to attain. And most people that have, cancer or HIV or whatever, they're always sitting about 5. I mean, they're very, very acidic.
Right.
And when you eat a lot of meat, most of the meat's acidic too, so you're contributing to the already a problem. And you have to eat lots of veggies and, white meat chicken, white meat turkey, white fish. Stay away from the carbs and all the sugars because cancer feeds on sugar. That's the number one food, for cancer is the sugar, period. And carbs turn into sugar. People need to limit their carbs to 30 grams a day, period. That's 2 slices of bread, 15 grams for each slice of bread. So, no bread, no potatoes, no beans, no rice. Veggies that are, basically half cooked, still let them be a little crispy. And then, some white meat, chicken or turkey or white fish. And it's amazing how the body will turn around. It'll drop the weight, the excess, what we call love handles. Those just tend to drop away. So this is what I've been spending so much time on today. My place looked like Grand Central Station. People's coming in and out, in and out. I didn't leave the office till almost 4:30 today.
Wow.
So I got home a little bit late, and I rushed through all my feeding. And as soon as I got in the door, the thunderstorm hit.
Bang. with a bang.
Just with a bang, man. I thought, God, is that hail or what? I went out there and looked. I didn't see any hail, but the raindrops were so big I could hear it on my metal roof. I said, wow, man, that's a hard rain,
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we're blessed to have the rain because we need it,
Yes, yes.
But God gives us everything we need. We just got to learn how to use it.
Absolutely.
And something else I've been talking to a lot of patients about is their green intake. And I know you have a green drink combination. I don't remember which it is.
Yeah,
or anything.
that super green food liquid or super green food powder with chlorella, spirulina, barley grass, wheatgrass, alfalfa powder, seaweed, Atlantic kelp, and even olive leaf extract. So
Okay,
yeah,
super green.
yeah,
It's called super green what?
super green food. Let's go take a looky here. Let's see. GRDEN. Let's see if I can find it. Otherwise, I'll have to look it up. I can do that. Just give me a minute. I
People
can.
have been ordering stuff online. Well, I want something that's good and organic and ready for them to use right now.
And that's exactly what this is. That's what I take every day. Super enzymes. Okay. All right. Green leaf. Green coffee bean. Truman Super Green Food with Herbs comes in capsules, comes in a liquid, and it is. Let's take a look at that. So it comes in all different kinds of forms: powders, liquids, capsules. This one's a capsule, and what does it say its number is?
Yeah, I'm looking for the powder and the liquid.
The powder and the liquid. Okay. All right. Let me just go from here. I'm going to go back over into where I was, and let's see if here we go. And it's going to be right here. It's going to say Super Green Food Powder, and it is number 4845. Number 4845, Truman's Super Green Foods with Herbs Powder. Also comes in a liquid.
What's the code number on liquid? Is it the same?
And the liquid. Let me see if it has it here. The liquid. Okay. I think the liquid 4845. The liquid would probably be 3485. Let's try that. 3845. Enter. Let's just see if I did this. Nope. Wrong one. Okay. The liquid. Let's see if we can find that. 3845. Okay. How about liquid green food? Green liquid. Let's see if I can make that come up. Super Green Food Liquid is number 1407. 1407 is the liquid.
Okay, does it have alcohol in it, or is it?
Either way, you can have it alcohol or non-alcohol. You can have it alcohol or non-alcohol. I think it comes as a 20 to 25% alcohol. If you get the alcohol one, it's going to be 20 to 25% alcohol. Otherwise,
Okay,
it's going to be a glycerite.
Yeah, well, the powder would actually be better because you can put it in a little blender and blend it up.
That's what I do. I get it by the pound. I get a pound of it, and I use it liberally because that stuff really gives me all the energy that I could ever want.
Yeah, what does it retail for?
It's $10.49 an ounce as a liquid or as a powder. Let's go back to the powder.
I'm just curious. I mean, I could call Brittany and find out. But
I know. Well, that's all right. You got me right here. I can do this. What did we say? 4485?
48.45.
4845. Let's go back and look at 4845. 4845. I'm over here on betterhealthherbs.com website, and we're looking at the Super Green Food Powder. And Super Green Food Powder is, it is, let's see, it's 7, you can get it by the quarter of a pound or by the pound. Quarter of a pound is $17.50 for a quarter of a pound, and a whole pound of it, $70.
Okay.
And then if you have your coupon code Health01 when you check out, you get a 15% discount. Health01 to get a 15% discount.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Anything else, my friend?
No, I'll order that tomorrow, but I'm getting a lot of calls here lately. I mean, I had so many people in and out there today. It was just insane. That's why my voice is just about gone because I've been talking all day long.
I know how. That's what happens to me. I do one phone call after another, and they last an hour or more. And by the time I have articulated everything that the person really needs to know, and then I'm on my fourth or fifth person, there's not much voice left. And then guess what I do? Then I call up my sister, and I sing to her. I sing her to sleep for an hour or 2 hours. And lately, she's really wanting me to sing to her for like 2 to 3 hours because she likes the way I sing.
Wow.
So yeah, and sometimes it's really hard because I don't have much voice left. But
I know.
Anyway, I still belt out "My Way" by Frank Sinatra, just like
There you go.
There you go, just as though I meant it.
There you go.
and Tony Bennett, "The Shadow of Your Smile." I love that
Oh,
song.
I know. I do too.
So
I used to sing that when I was a musician. I was a drummer, professional drummer for 17 years, and every now and then they would let me sing a song, playing the drums, and I would, sing "The Shadow of Your Smile," da, 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 a few other key songs like that.
Oh yeah.
And it was fun. It was fun back in the.
Wow.
That was the 60s and early 70s, and I was having a blast, man.
That's great. That's great. Music is a wonderful part of my life, and I love to call up my sister and turn on the karaoke machine and just sing my little heart out to her until she's sleepy. She gets sleepy right around 9:00, and that's it.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm sleepy now. So then we pray together, and she goes off to sleep. And we've been doing that for 25 years or better now.
Wow, bless your heart.
Yeah, two or three times a week. It's really cool. It's part of my life now. If I'm not calling up and singing her a song, it's just not right.
I know it.